Wildcats, along with Toby, Martin, Big Luke Neville, and Kevin Lish. Sean Redditch, 7 points away from joining Grace, Crawford, Fisher, and Blahoff in scoring 4,000 points in the NBL for the Perth Wildcats. So,
not a bad club to be a part of.
Yeah, exactly. So here's Crawford with the first possession. Dishes it off towards Shencher. His basket a little short, but a nice rebounding underneath, working hard was Holmes, but he'll turn it over. The first turnover for the Crocs as we get this game underway. The pass to Redditch. Can he get two off the bat? He can't. He started well last week with the first two baskets for the Cats, but not this time. His first shot missing as Gill comes down the court. Just checking closely, Tony, if you can keep an eye. I think he has his hand wrapped up, 15 stitches. Blanchfield goes for the bomb and drops it in.
He's seen 14 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. I think that's incorrect.
Yeah, I think so. We'll get that fixed.
20 minutes, half.
Guys, I can hardly hear Lockie. All I'm getting is background noise, so
it'll be 2-0 as we fix up the clock. It is at, it's not on your TV screens right now, but on the scoreboard here in the jungle, it was saying 14-15, and now it is 8:57. Are we happy with that? I don't think we are. Just enjoy the music while we fix it up. There it is, 9:15. Oh, it's been a good start, Tony. It's been a beauty. Things are going beautifully.
Things are going beautifully. I can hardly hear you, mate. I can hear the background. Pressing the wrong buttons. I've got it all under control, mate.
You're talking to the truck out the back. All right, let's get serious now.
Come on, mate.
So 9:10 on the clock. I'll count it down for you. A few troubles with our little clock here as Redditch takes it inside the key. Dishes out towards Lish. Can he hit a bomb from outside three? No, it's short. Up high was Crawford to tap it down to Gill. Gill gets it back to Crawford. Takes possession. In the corner, Blanchfield. And he misses Blanchfield, but he'll draw the foul on Kevin Lish. And he'll get a couple of shots. He hit a three to start this game. And he'll go to the line for a couple more.
Just saying, Kevin Lish just got a little bit of contact. Looks a bit bewildered, does Kevin Lish, but Blanchfield, he can fill it up, this young man. He's not bad. And after last week, mate, your new favourite player, Bamba?
Yeah, yep, Brebner.
Brebner, yes. There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's him. He'd be up there. I'm out of Townsville. I'm a Peter Crawford fan.
Yep.
I've enjoyed watching Eddie Gill. I saw him play against Melbourne earlier in the year, and he scored 30 points against the Tigers. He was in red-hot form. So, just 1 from 3 for Blanchfield as Martin has the ball for the Cats, and they haven't scored in the first minute and a half of this game. Redditch falls over. Was he fouled? He was. And he'll go to the line again. Peter Crawford called for that one.
Crawford just getting a little bit anxious, just tried to pull out of it, but too much contact. Sean sold it a little bit too. Kicked out the feet.
So 4 plays, nothing. 8:35 left on the clock in this first quarter as Sean Redditch goes to the line. And count it down. Can he get the first? No, he can't. He's going to keep us on edge for as long as he can. 7 points to 4,000 for the Wildcats. Join the illustrious group. Become the 5th member of the Cats franchise to reach that milestone. He gets his first. There's 1, Tony. Can you count for me?
I think that's 6 more to go.
Yes, it is. Now it's 5 more to go. 2 points for Sean Redditch. 2 points is that margin. Here's Holmes. Brings it to the front court. Puts it into Gill. He's up against Redditch. He would have liked that little match-up for that moment, but Redditch played well in defence. Eddie Gill. Looking for some movement. He'll go to the post. Crawford up against the smaller Martin. His shot is a little short. Well done, Shencher. Got the big hands up, but couldn't finish the play. And in the end, the numbers worked well for the Wildcats. Toby has it. He was aggressive in offence last week after a not a poor couple of weeks, but a slow couple of weeks, and that time he had a little bit of a walk. So it's still 4-2. An unimpressive start from the Cats in this early stage of the game. We've gone 2 minutes.
Yeah, he came out a lot more aggressive last week to Cam Tovey and had some great offensive stuff, but just a little bit over-ambitious there.
Here's Blanchfield with it. Pressure comes from Lish on Gill. Now the pass down the post. Shencha, he'll back into Neville. No, dishes it out to Crawford. Can he hit the three? Yes, he can. Peter Crawford, beautiful shot from outside the arc. 7-2.
Lucky to not get one himself there. Damien Martin nearly following through, but stayed in his shot. Nearly a 4-point play.
So 7:33 is on the clock now. Neville showing some ball skills, but couldn't finish the play. And it's a 5-point margin. The Crocs needing to win tonight.
Townsville won't be disappointed if they see that sort of offense from Perth. Dribble handoff there by Luke Neville's. Blanchfield drains one from downtown. I said he could shoot, right?
Yeah, you betcha. And he is hot. They're 3 from 3 from the three-point line. The Townsville Crocs. And they're leading by 8 in the jungle. It's a bit of push and shove, holding on. Gill not happy. He'll be called for it. The Crocodiles. Brett Campbell calling the foul. And it looks like we have a timeout early in the jungle. 7 minutes remaining in this first quarter. The Crocodiles have come to play. They're 10. The Wildcats 2.
Things to do before summer ends. Go to the beach. Go for a surf. Build a sand. I have no idea what that is. Go to Hungry Jack's. Play cricket. Watch cricket. Listen to crickets. Take your dog to the park. Go to an outdoor concert. Go to Hungry Jack's. Climb a tree. All in love. Ride a horse to Hungry Jack's. Come into Hungry Jack's for a summer value meal and get a Whopper Junior, small fries and small frozen Coke for just $3.95. Available all day, every day. Hungry Jack's makes it better.
So a great start for the Townsville Crocodiles. 10 plays 2. They lead it by 8. Todd Blanchfield, the top scorer with 7 points. Peter Crawford with 3. They're the only 2 scorers. And as I said, hit 3 from 3 from downtown. Tony Rolls in there, 3 of 6 from the field, 50%. A good average. If they stick to that, it could be game over for the Wildcats early.
Well, yeah, the challenge for visiting teams here is the second half. Generally, that's when they fall into a heap. Last week we saw Cairns being quite competitive for the first half, and undermanned Cairns admittedly, but as soon as that second half came out, they struggled. So it's interesting to see how the Wildcats respond now, but Towns have to sustain this for a full 40 minutes.
Well, Todd Blanchfield did not score against Gold Coast in 15 minutes of play last week. 3 of his last 5 games he hasn't scored, so he's finally got some confidence as Neville's basket drops a little short and Gill takes a handy rebound. Here's Blanchfield again, but he was covered that time. The pressure comes from Martin. Hand in the face. Shencha will be liking it up against Neville. A good challenge that time, though. He lost control of the ball. Here's Toby on the fast break. The dish will come from to Liss. And he gets the 2 and the foul. Luke Shencha called for that one, and Kevin Lish will try and make it a 3-point play. A little bit of contact there under the basket.
A little bit, just hand was okay upstairs, just too much follow through, knocked Kevin Lish down on the ground. Guys aren't bad at selling it, are they?
Yeah, they fall pretty quickly, don't they?
Pretty easily. This is the point where I go, wouldn't have happened in my life.
No one can push you over, Tony.
They try.
So 5 points is now the margin. The only time you went to the floor was to get a hot dog, I reckon. Is that right?
They're in the stands, mate. I had to go up the stairs, not on the floor.
10-5's the score. Sorry.
Yeah, we started early, mate. Let's wait until the second half, all right?
I did notice you couldn't do up your collar. Good hands from Martin that time. Still the Crocs ball.
Can't help it if my weight goes straight to my net.
So 8 seconds on that shot clock. Eddie Gill with it. Drop back into his zone. The Cats, good hands that time by Reddick. They'll have to get a shot away as quick as they can. Holmes falls short. Can he keep it in play? He does, but he handed it straight to Toby. The outlet to Lish for a layup. Oh, Peter Crawford. That was magnificent. Unbelievable.
Great play by Peter Crawford there, saving the Crocs, really. Cardinals didn't just throw the ball back into play like Jacob Holmes did there.
Have a look at it. Just getting upstairs. Oh, clean as you like from Peter Crawford.
Time to perfection. It's all in the timing.
Apparently, 10-5. 5 points, still that margin. We've got 5 minutes remaining in this first term. Here's Crawford up against Neville. He attacks the basket, and it will still be a Crocs ball. No foul called underneath. We'll have a change. Matt Knight comes in and Luke Neville rests up. Last week, the Perth Wildcats scored half their points off the bench. I think it was around 48 points off the bench. And if they're going to be competitive against a New Zealand or one of the playoff teams, they'll have to do the same. You'd have to think as Martin, you lose down another board.
You just really like that even type of spread across the board. Starters down the middle. The Crocs are really struggling with defensive transition this game so far. Most of Perth's point production has come in transition. See Damien Martin just crossing over there. No one coming across the help side there. Shencha not digging in enough.
And he's got a second too, Shencha, so early in this game, which is not what the Crocs would have liked, as Ben Allen prepares, I would say, to come on and replace him. He's got 2 fouls in the first 5 minutes, or less than 5 minutes. Here's Redditch up against Holmes. A little spin move, lost control. 16 on the shot clock. Lish spinning around to stop it of Gill and finish it off the glass.
Great composure and great balance. Kevin Lish came back to his left hand, favoured left hand.
Lish with 5 points early in this game, 5 of the 9. Martin with 2, Redditch with 2. And Gill with it, yet to score. Townsville haven't scored in the last couple of minutes after a bright start. Holmes will want to change that. Backs into Redditch and shot clock expired. So 1 point is that margin, and a change. Blanchfield and Shencha sit down. The Crocs making their changes, so too the Wildcats. Redditch resting up. Greg Hire in for Toby, and Wagstaff comes in for Redditch.
That's what happens when the Wildcats turn up their defensive pressure. Shot clock violations, no communication. They should have been more aware. They haven't scored the last few times down the floor, so just a little bit of communication between the Crocs wouldn't have gone astray.
Lish with it up against Gill. It's stuck there. He likes it here, Wagstaff. Ever reliable from the 3-point line, Jesse Wagstaff. And they've jumped out to a 2-point lead, and we're going to have a timeout for the Townsville Crocodiles. Jesse Wagstaff, what an improvement this year. We've seen the ability over his first couple of years, but this season he's taken the game by the scruff of the neck and must be either best 6-man or most improved, you'd have to think. Maybe Daniel Johnson beats him for most improved, but best 6-man would have to be up there for it.
Oh, well, both those awards I think that he'll definitely challenge for, but I just like his efficiency. He's come in consistent, hasn't let the fact that he's been a star, been coming off the bench early in the season, came in, started. I guess Rob Beveridge putting in a succession plan to a certain extent. Sean Redditch has come back into the fold. Just his mental stability and being able to deal with that just shows the maturity of the young man. And we often talked about it with him. It was about just gaining some consistency. We've seen flashes of brilliance from him over the years, and it was a matter of him just finding that consistency, and he has in these probably the latter part, 2012 part of this season.
Averages 11.6 points per game, 3 rebounds a game. He's hit double figures 16 times out of the 26 games this season. Not bad coming off the bench.
That's right. It'd be interesting to see his stats 2012 as opposed to 2011. I really think it's this January, February, March period that he's really come into his own.
So 12-10 is the score. 2 points now, the Wildcats lead. The Crocs have stopped for the time being. Blanchfield had an amazing start. 2 threes, jumped out to 7 points. Crawford had 3 as well. Now they need some inspiration from Mims or Gill, who has the ball now.
Perth just doing a good job switching up their defenses, just disrupting Townsville a little bit. They've looked a bit weak against this matchup zone.
Holmes' basket was off target. And Martin with another rebound. Had 9. last week, the point guard. He'll get it back from Knight, who wants it. But Martin says, no way, baby. I'm going from downtown.
Well, Damien Martin's first thought is never to shoot the ball, but he can fill it up. So Peter Crawford just playing off, giving him way too much room, thinking he was going to enter the ball to the post. But Damo will shoot the ball and make it.
Here's Crawford. He always shoots, and
we're right behind that. That looks horrible.
It did look horrible, and he had a hand in the face as well. Good ball transition though from the Wildcats, just to keep it nice and interesting. 15-13's the score. Peter Crawford, 2 from 2 from outside. 6 points. It's now a 4-point margin, 17-13 after the higher basket. Crawford says, why not go again?
He was shooting that before he even had the ball. He knew he's feeling good tonight, and he was coming off that baseline, and he knew he was shooting it.
Great pass from Damien Martin, the finish even better from the Nightmare. Slams it in.
It means nothing though. Townsville had a couple of big possessions, and then defensively they go down and break down like that, whether it be in transition or off a pick and roll.
Great aggression from Peter Crawford. He's feeling it now, and I'd be just going to him every time because he's drawn the foul on Damien Martin. He sat him down. Here's the pass to Knight. Finish from Knight too. He could have just laid it in, but I like it when they slam it in, Tony.
It's good for the game when they slam.
It certainly is.
Sure is.
I would have just spun around in a 360 though, just to finish it off, but you know. He decided to just go to the ordinary dunk.
Unfortunately, the viewers can't see the look on my face right now. One of bewilderment, I think, is the best way to describe it.
Crawford again, aggressive, can't finish it. Mims working hard under the boards. His shot was a little short. Robbins comes up with the board. It's Knight again. And the ball tapped away, and it'll still be a Cats ball. 19-16 is that score. 3 points the margin. We've got a little over 2 minutes remaining before quarter time. It's been a bright start. Peter Crawford with 9 points. He leads the way. All scorers 7 points to Todd Blanchfield, but the leaders so far leading their way is Kevin Lish with 5. He's got it now. Driving inside the key. Good defense that time from Mims. Now the matchup will be like there. There's a bit of holding on underneath the basket. I think Cedar might be called for that one. He's off the ball with Brad Robbins. Michael Cedar gets called, and Robbins is going to the line. Having a bit of foul trouble. You just can't see it there, but it was down the baseline.
Just tried to get away with it too. Had that little look at the ref. Oh, did you really see that? He didn't argue too much, so obviously got up to some no good down there.
So Lish is resting up for the Cats. And Drew Williamson comes onto the court. Had a good game last week, Drew Williamson, or played his role last week is probably the best way of summing it up. Came on, hit 3 threes, finished with 10 points.
And that's exactly what you require. You need to develop that consistency. That's what championship teams have consistency right through out from first player to 10th player. Everyone plays their role, and whether it's 5 minutes and you come in and just give a little bit of a spurt, that's what they need. So it was good to see him on the score sheet, but shooting threes is what he does well.
Cedar into the corner. Crawford, you've got to match up on him, and he's going to be called for the foul, Cam Toby. Campbell seeing a little hand in there as Crawford went with him outside the arc.
When a shooter is on song, you can tell it's coming. The ball is coming out of Peter Crawford's hand beautifully at the moment, and it doesn't matter if his feet are set or not. It just seems to have a beautiful arc, and the one that he hit before that was pretty unorthodox. As soon as it left his hand, it didn't look like missing. We were right behind it, but I think he's in a little bit of a groove right now.
Yeah, you betcha. He's killing it. And he's dropped another 2 from the foul line. He's got 1 more to go. 11 points, could be 12 in the first quarter of the game. Great start from Peter Crawford. He has got 12 to his name. Enjoy playing in this building as a Wildcat and enjoying it now as Williamson has a little travel. Just hesitated that one moment. It's 20-19 the score. Wildcats lead it by 1.
Yeah, I think he knew that he was going to have a shot there, an opportunity, and just a little shuffle into it, and sometimes get away with it.
See the boys running the court at the moment as Crawford is ruling the roost inside the jungle. What a sensational start from Peter Crawford. 14 points to his name. But they're beginning to test it out here as Toby goes from outside three. Good rebound from Knight, strong as you like. And as you said, the defence letting him down the Crocs trail now by 1.
Every time they come up with a big play down there at their end, they just struggle defensively to contain them. As Mims with a nice little turnaround jump shot. The Wildcats themselves haven't been fantastic defensively this quarter. It's 22 and 23 points respectively. Probably not the greatest defensive effort.
Toby misses again. Crawford with a rebound. He's everywhere at the moment, Peter Crawford. A couple of rebounds to his name as well.
And Townsville just running the simple two-man low in the block. The big men, as we see Cedar there, just taking on the defense and coming up trumps, but just running Peter off screens down low, just trying to get him open. And soon you'll find that the big men will help and open play, and it'll just open it up for the Townsville big men.
So 27 seconds on the clock. We're closing in on quarter time, and the Crocs lead it by 3 in the jungle as Williamson shoots from outside. Doesn't get it. Well done by Robbins, tapping it down. Wagstaff, can he finish the play? No, he can't. Knight works hard. Still time on the clock, 10. The Cats will get the last shot away. Down to 6. Robbins one-on-one with Cedar. Spinning move. Can he finish? No, he draws the foul, though. And Robbins will go to the line. Probably a little lucky, I would say.
I think Pete tried to put his hand in there, just called for the foul. Tried to blame it on his teammate. Tried to defer. You see him just there putting it in. And Cedar was a little bewildered that Peter Crawford trying to get away with one there. He's feeling good. He wants to stay out there as long as he can, but he knew that that was his second foul, and he was going to have to come on.
So Brad Robbins coming off 16 points last week. That's his first of this week's game. Peter Crawford resting up with 2 seconds remaining with 14 points. Would have just kept him on and bombed the pass to him and see if he can land another one. But anyway, it's now 1 point to margin. 2.7 seconds on the clock. Cedar's free. Can he shoot it? Long way out. Turns around. So close. Great start to the Townsville Crocodiles. In fact, a great start to this game by both sides.